Welcome back, everyone. It's John, Wade Boggs fan. Today, I want to show off a new acquisition to my Wade Boggs collection, one that I've been looking for a couple years now. It's not as flashy or exciting or as valuable as the Rickey Henderson rookie that I showed off in my last video. Speaking of that video, a couple things. One, I'm just blown away by how many views that video has and all the great comments. I think I replied to all of you. I really appreciate hearing from all you guys. But I wanted to mention one thing in particular. And in that video, and by the way, if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link to that video in the description of this video. But I wanted to clarify one thing from yesterday's or the last video. And that is, I was showing off some of the other rookie cards that I have, some of the key rookie cards from the 77 to 80 time period that I have, and was comparing it to the Rickey Henderson card that I just got. And I didn't want to give you guys an impression that the other rookies that I have in like a 5 or 6 that I'm either not happy with or that I'm not grateful to have a copy of those cards. I talked about, at some point maybe wanting to upgrade. That's not high on my priority list, and I may not upgrade them at all. I just, looking back, I just wanted to make clear that I'm very happy and grateful. I have those cards now in my collection, regardless of the grade. I'm happy with how they look. So I didn't want you to get the impression that, yeah, I was unhappy and I want to get better looking copies and all that stuff. So it was just meant to be a comparison when I was showing off the Rickey Henderson rookie. So, all right. So for today, again, this card is not, again, flashy, but it is one that I have been searching for probably at least 2 or 3 years. And I'll explain what makes it so difficult, or has made it so difficult to find. And I finally saw one on eBay, had to buy it now, and I don't know, I mean, I think I paid 15 bucks for it. But when I told the other Boggs collectors out there, they said I did a good job picking up for 15 bucks. Again, it's not super expensive, and who knows, you may think I overpaid for it. But it's one of those cards that's on my checklist, has been on my checklist that I just haven't been able to acquire, and now I have it. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show off what makes this. It's not an error card, because I have shown some cards that I've picked up that were either errors or misprints or something that made them unique. One of them had a misspelling. Another one had a copyright date, and one version didn't, that type of thing. That's not what this is. This is a standard pack pulled, regular issued card, but it's hard to find. So again, let's turn the camera around and I'll show you my latest big Wade Boggs pickup. Okay, the card that I'm talking about comes from 1996 Donruss. Now here is the base Wade Boggs card. Sort of hard to see that foil there. I'll try to, I'll try to show it off there. There you can see a little bit of it there. 96 Donruss. This is the base card. And as you can see on the back here, silver foil on the border, the number, and the name. Well, in 1996, and this is very common for Donruss, Pinnacle, Score, Leaf, those types of companies in the mid to late 90s, maybe even going into early 2000s, they would do press proofs. silver press proof, gold press proof, you know, those types of things. Well, in 96 Donruss, they just had plain press proofs. Some people call them gold press proofs, but it's really just press proofs. And here is the press proof of the base card. Now again, in this light here, it's sort of hard to see. There's the main logo there, but along the right-hand side, you'll see it says press proof. And again, that may be a better view of it, press proof. And what's really hard to see there, it says first 2000 printed. So this is limited to 2000, all right? Not serial numbered. And you also notice on the back, compared to the base card, okay, the numbering, instead of silver, is gold. And his name is gold instead of silver, and that bottom border, gold versus silver. So these are easily recognizable as the base and the press proof, okay? What's harder to locate is in this set, they had some checklist cards, and Wade Boggs is one of the players on the checklist. And here is his base checklist card. Okay, you can see silver information there, silver logo up at the Donruss. On the back, you have silver number. Okay, easily this is the base card. But the card that I found that I've been looking for such a long time is the press proof version. And here's what makes it difficult to spot or easily not recognize it as the press proof. So you find it in common bins, or you find it other places, or people don't realize that, hey, it's a press proof. I want to list this on eBay or whatever. And so here's the card that I picked up. It is the press proof version. Now, if you notice, compared to the base card, all right, there is no designation. I apologize for the lighting there. That shows a little bit better, okay? On the checklists, there are no designation that this is a press proof, okay, other than the color of the foil or the print there. So if you see, you notice if you look at them side by side, you can tell that this is the press proof because of the silver versus gold, even in the date, okay? But if you flip the cards around, all right, here is the press proof. You notice the numbering, they're both silver. Whereas on the press proof, at least on the back, it's gold. So this isn't an error, it's just how they did the checklists. So again, I have been looking for this press proof, and the only way it was listed, the seller knew that, okay, this is the different colored font, this must be a press proof. But nowhere does it say limited to the first 2,000 copies or the words press proof anywhere on the card. So like I said, it's not flashy. It's not exciting. It's not super rare. I mean, there's 2,000 copies. It's not a rare card. It's just hard to find because most people, I'm sure, have them buried in their 96 Donruss comic. 96. It's 96 Donruss. They probably have these checklist cards just put in nickel boxes, you know, for shows or something like that. And unless you know what you're looking for, you may just think you have a common base Wade Boggs checklist card, which, quite honest, is not worth that much. But this was worth me spending $15 on, because literally it 2 or 3 years, and maybe even longer, that I've been actively trying to find this card and I can't find it. So there you go, my big pickup for the Wade Boggs collection. So, all right, now it's time, as always, to go into the trivia question. Most of you, I think maybe all but one of you, and the one that didn't get it right, I think it was just a wild guess, they weren't sure, but most of you got the answer to this, and the question was from last video. One of the biggest All-Star Game blowouts was in 1946, where the American League embarrassed the National League 12-0. Who hit 2 home runs in that game? And yes, the answer is Ted Williams. Hit 2 home runs in that game. I don't know the particulars, but I saw something where he either tied or set 5 All-Star records in that game. Again, I'm not sure if it was total bases, RBIs. I'm not sure what, but there was a little note to the trivia question that said he tied or set 5 All-Star Game records in that game. So there you go, Ted Williams. Okay, the new question for this video. Some of you, and especially if you're Chicago White Sox fans, thinking of a couple of you out there, may know this, but how many Chicago White Sox players hit 25 or more home runs in 2002? How many White Sox players hit 25 or more home runs in 2002? Give me your guess as to how many. Bonus points, not that we're really keeping track here, but bonus points if you can name those players, and super double points, again, we're not counting, but super double points if you can not only name the players, but how many home runs they hit in 2002. All right, that's all I have for today. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.